Who said originality is dead? Today I'm going to show you 11 original or mostly original designs that you can pick up on the 11.11 sale on AliExpress. Hello all you watch nerds and welcome back to the channel. The AliExpress 11.11 sale, the biggest sale in their calendar, is right upon us, and today I have picked not 5, not 10, but 11 choices for you. See what I did there? 11.11, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to waffle. These designs are mostly original or inspired by great watches of the past with a more unique twist on them. If you're looking for an out-and-out homage list, unfortunately I won't be doing that today. I don't have anything against homages, but there's plenty of that content from other channels, and I wanted to focus on those brands that are doing something a little bit different. Anyway, affiliate links are below. Let's dive on in. Let's kick things off with the Mac Daddy of Chinese watches with an original Chinese chronograph, the Seagull 1963, of course. This one featured in my top 5 brands for AliExpress in October, I believe, and it's because of this price dropping gradually that you can now find an example of this one for as little as £119. This watch comes in at either 38 or 40mm. Apparently you can also get a 42mm now. I would choose a 38 diameter every day of the week with the 18mm lug width though. I would also opt for the acrylic over sapphire upgrade as it gives a sense of authenticity as it would have been on the original specs. Powered by the Seagull ST1901, a manual wound chronograph is based on the 1940s Venus chronograph with a Swiss movement. This watch comes with a iconic movement and watch case, and it is respected by most collectors at almost every level. Starting at £119, this is definitely a watch I need to buy again. We are sticking with Seagull again, and by the way, I'm trying to keep these to a maximum of 2 models per brand, and the reason for that is my first run through I had 5 Seagulls and I wanted to talk about them all, but I've narrowed it down to this one, and I've not mentioned it on the channel before, which is why I'm mentioning it today. The Ocean Star, not to be confused with the Mido Ocean Star, which I have, is Seagull's answer to the dive watch. It is around £250. This watch boasts an impressive 200 meters of water resistance, sapphire crystal rotating dive time bezel, a colorway of either traditional black or a nice looking dark blue. This watch is a little larger at 44mm in diameter, but it isn't that thick at only 13mm, so I would imagine that it would wear very similar to the Breitling Avenger that I bought earlier this year. Powered by an in-house Seagull movement, this time it is the ST2130. It both hacks and hand winds, has a 42-hour power reserve, and I believe is at least based on an ETA movement. Well, I mean, what isn't nowadays? But I could say this one is completely in-house, as Seagull is China's largest watch brand and the largest manufacturer of movements in the world, I believe, or third-party movements. I'm not 100% sure, but I know they're one of the biggest. Either way, this watch should definitely be on the radar for those with bigger wrists. Some of the best finished watches on AliExpress and across the world for under £500 are San Martin, and I have 2 original designs to rattle through here. First of all, we have a Pilot's watch, which is based on a simple 3-hand Flieger design with whiffs of Oris Big Crown about it. I like the design of this watch. It comes in green, burgundy or black. I personally would go for the burgundy, but all of them look good on either the leather strap or stainless steel bracelet. It makes a good argument for an everyday watch as well at this contemporary sizing, which is 38.5mm in diameter, 12mm thick, and a lug width of 20mm. You have 100 meters of water resistance sapphire crystal, and it is powered by the venerable Seiko NH35 or the Orient YN55, both being part of the Epson group. You shouldn't be paying any more than £150 for this one. The next San Martin is the World Timer GMT, currently just under £250. This watch takes inspiration from a lot of famous GMTs, but is something of its own design, and I really like it. It comes in 2 slightly different configurations, a dial with a grey dial with Arabics, and a black dial with baton indices that both look pretty good. They have a colour match date wheel at 6, which is a nice touch, and is powered by the new Seiko NH34 Office GMT movement. The dimensions of this one are 39.5mm in diameter, 46mm lug to lug and 12.5mm thick. The bracelet is a 20mm lug width and it is beads of rice. I'm an absolute sucker for beads of rice and I think it's a really class option to have as a bracelet. Finally, you get 100 meters of water resistance and the bezel is a ceramic 24 click bi-directional. I'm going to hit you again with the cheapest watch on this list, and it is a Pagani Design. Pagani and original, how could you say that is something that actually could be? Well, it's not quite original, but it has enough deviation to make it to this list. This one is a sort of mixture of a pilot's watch meets a field watch. I can see tones of Hamilton, the khaki field rangers, as well as the Oris pointer, but this one kind of does its own thing. And coming in at just £39, it has a Tiffany blue style dial, black or green, powered by the Mechacourt Seiko VH31 movement. It is 40mm in diameter, just 10mm thick, 47mm lug to lug, and a lug width of 20mm. You get sapphire crystal, 100 meters of water resistance, and C3 old radium style loom. It won't be that good, it is Pagani. Pagani may not be the best finished watches on AliExpress, but you can't beat them on specs per price in that basis. And at £39, you're talking Casio prices. We are just over the halfway mark on this list now. Mercure has taken me by surprise this year with its slew of new releases, and I need to catch up as this one on the list is on my radar for now. This one comes in at £72 and is a classic vintage inspired design, sort of a 1970s style. Again, a beads of rice bracelet, a mechanical movement, not sure what it is, but I would guess Seagull, 50 meters of water resistance and a mineral crystal covering the dial. The dial is what should interest you though. It is either black, white, rose red or salmon pink, all of which look very good. Nice beads of rice bracelet again, or a nylon strap is available. Now this one is another watch that is as close to a homage that you're going to get on this list today. It is a jumping hour hand from sub-brand of Mercure, again Perry Pullin. Very Breguet style with hands, dial and numerals, powered by the Seagull ST17. Mineral crystal covers the dial and you can either get this in 38 or 36mm in diameter, 20 or 18mm lug width and a lug to lug of either 47 or 45mm. So there is a size for everyone. This one is coming in at just £115 at the moment. This one is another homage to field watches of the past, and it comes in either black or grey and is a gorgeous looking watch from the brand Thorn. For just £98 you can get yourself a titanium cased 36mm in diameter watch with a thick double domed sapphire crystal, 150 meters of water resistance and a solid style belt strap. I love the design of this watch and the case back looks really interesting too. You can thank Jody at Just One More Watch for this one. Ever since I saw it on his channel and the Baltic MR01, I've become obsessed with micro rotor movements. The Laini is a super thin watch that looks pretty good. Again, there seems to be a little bit of sway towards Breguet style designs at the moment, especially on dressier watches, and this is no different. Coming in at just 8mm thick, this watch is 40mm in diameter and has a 20mm lug width. The dial is covered by sapphire crystal and has a leather strap. This one is currently retailing for just £178. The penultimate watch on this list is a Bollinger, and I have reviewed this one last year and it was one of my favourites of the year. It is a mixture of a classic design cues that has a sense of individuality about it as well. I love this chronograph from Bollinger. It is just plain and simple. I love it. Powered by the VK64 movement, this watch has a sub 24-hour dial and a 60-minute chronograph, 39mm in diameter, 46mm lug to lug and 13mm thickness, 20mm lug width, complements this watch with 50 meters of water resistance, sapphire crystal covering the dial and a great leather strap. And you don't often hear me say that about straps. This one can be yours for just £126. So finally we have the last entry on today's list, and I'm afraid to say it is a little bit of a cop-out. I have the Bollinger Dirty Dozen homage and I'm going to include this one mainly because I was running out of time and also because it is really based on a famous design that has been long discontinued by the 12 original companies that made it. This one also is a classic design, but it does have its modern upgrades as well. Have I convinced you yet? No? Well, let's have a look at it. Now, this Dirty Dozen version by Boltony has been updated. It has newer hands, different indices, and even a mesh style bracelet available. Again, it does show a big difference from this one and the source material in which it is based. This model also has little different specs from the original one. This one is powered by a Mecha Quartz movement. It is the VD78 Mecha Quartz movement. 39mm in diameter, 46mm lug to lug, and just under 10mm thick. 200 meters of water resistance and a domed sapphire crystal complement this one, and it is just £103. So there you go. That's my list for the 11.11 sale for 2023. Affiliate links are of course below. This list is by no means exhaustive. I try and keep these lists down as much as possible. It would be so easy to do 20, 30, 40, 50, bloody 100 watches. So I've tried to keep it down as much as possible. I've let it go to 11 today because it's the 11.11 sale. Bit of a cop out on my part, just so that I can get some more options out there, but there are plenty of ones that I've missed out on today. If you've got any good options that you'd like me to review in the future, please leave them in the comments below. But happy hunting, all you beautiful watch nerds, and I will see you all in the upcoming Black Friday videos. My God, it is just sales, sales, sales this month. Take care, everyone. I'll see you all soon.